Intensifying its counteroffensive to the surprise attack launched Saturday. Families on both sides of the Green Line are in crisis. That also means loved ones connected to those living on both sides are frantic, waiting for news, and devastated that peace for their relatives is elusive. With me now live is Bassem El-Khara, director of the Sacramento Valley chapter of CARE, the Council on American Islamic Relations, a very active group in our community. He's also a trustee for the Twin Rivers Unified School District and a former board member for the Sacramento chapter of the ACLU. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Bassem, you're a California native, born in San Francisco, been in the Sacramento area since 2004, but you have family in Gaza, family that you hadn't been able to connect with since Hamas started its attacks over the weekend. And now, unfortunately, you've got some devastating news about what has happened to some of your cousins.
Yeah, we had a relative and his two kids were killed. The rest survived without any warning. You know, their house was destroyed. And this is unfortunately for Palestinian Americans, especially those from Gaza. Every 2 years, there's a war, what the Israelis call mowing the lawn, and just there's unfortunately just this perpetual cycle of violence that continues to happen. And we're always on edge. Just every morning we wake up, we start making the calls, calling our relatives to see who made it, and it's just a very dire situation in that region, unfortunately.
Now, this particular round of violence, as you've been referencing, this, though, started with the surprise attack by Hamas. But this level of violence on both sides, not something that you condone. You are interested in peace.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, CARE, the Muslim community, Islam itself, condemns any attacks against, deliberate attacks against civilians. And, and we have to look at what's the root cause of this conflict. And the root cause is the occupation, the perpetual occupation that, unfortunately, the United States funds and supports. We have the most right-wing fascist regime in Israel that actually took 3 divisions from the Southern Front, 3 military divisions, and put them in the West Bank to support settlers as they attack and daily attack Palestinians. And so as long as this continues, Israelis and Palestinians will not live in peace. And so we have to work harder here in the United States to push for peace in that region. And the United States has to make a decision. Does it want peace, or does it want to continue supporting and managing the occupation in Israel?
Now, you have been involved in this country's politics, serving on the executive board for the California Democratic Party. And from the Palestinian perspective that you just detailed, you believe that this terrible fighting now is a result of occupation that started back in the late 60s and American support for it. Some people, obviously, we know right now we're waiting for President Biden to speak out about this country's support for Israel. So some people would be confused how you're involved in this country's system of politics when you think that system of politics is doing something that is hurting your family.
I mean, that's the challenge of being a Palestinian American. You live with this guilt living in this country where your own taxpayer dollars are funding the oppression of your own people. And it's a very difficult thing, but we work hard to fight for justice for all people. And we hope when we pray for a day that this country's politics will swerve towards justice. And it clearly does not, unfortunately, with the invasion of Iraq and other policies that we've taken on. We have not, we criticize Russians for invading Ukraine, yet, we invaded Iraq. We support an occupation of the Palestinians. And so we have to change that as a country. We have to really do some soul searching, especially people of faith that unfortunately many justify what's happening over there. And so we have to come together and really, do some soul searching and to see what is justice. And is justice just for just us, for certain people, or is it for all? And so we've been clear, CARE, myself, in my personal capacity, have been clear over the years. We will never support anyone targeting civilians. But unfortunately, on the other side, we see the opposite. We actually see press conferences supporting Israel every single time. And that hurts. That hurts when your loved ones are being killed and the Israelis are not holding back. And they're saying openly that this is not about precision bombing. This is about creating more damage. And so there's no place for Palestinians to go. We're looking at a concentration camp to over 2 million people, 2 million people living in an area smaller than Washington, D.C., with nowhere to go since 1956. 1956. Some people have never left. Imagine living in Washington and never leaving that city for your entire life. And many of the children have seen, this is maybe their 4th war, maybe their 5th war. Our soldiers get, someone get PTSD after one war. So you can imagine the trauma that the children, and who are 50% of the population of Gaza, 50% of the population of Gaza are children. And the Abu Daqqa family, which is close by to where our family's from, they lost 14 children in one attack. 14. So I mean, just saying, we have to care about Israeli civilians. We have to care about Palestinian civilians. And if it doesn't pain us, and not just pain us, but to work towards peace, towards justice, then this cycle will continue, unfortunately. And the United States bears a major responsibility because it has not pushed for peace. It just pushed for managing the occupation and rewarding the Netanyahu regime with certain policies, whether it's normalizing with Saudi Arabia or with the visa waiver that just recently was awarded to Israel, that no Republican or Democratic administration gave to Israel because of what happens to Palestinian Americans when they go travel over there. So we have to really ask ourselves, are our policies helping the Israelis and Palestinians, or the Israelis? Are they helping the Israelis? They're not helping the Israelis. They're not making them safer. And so we really have to look at our policy and rethink it.
It is a very difficult situation. We know one that is extremely personal and extremely painful. My condolences for the loss of your cousin and his children, and your friends with the 14 children that were very nearby. Thank you for coming in, joining me today to share the Palestinian perspective and to emphasize that there are many Palestinians, many in Gaza, many here in our community that want peace, that want a resolution to this, and the world just has to figure out what it is. We appreciate you.
Thank you, Sarah.